Etornam Sey. She is the executive director and founder of Inspire today. Etornam, been a while. Good morning.
Yes, it's been a while. It's good to see you,
Same
Francis.
here. Good to see you as well. I trust you're all in keeping safe.
Yes, I am. I am.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so first of all, when we mention Inspire today,
Yeah.
what are we talking about?
So, Inspire Today is a network organization, and we are nurturing a nationwide movement of female leaders. We are doing this through a concerted effort at achieving the UN Sustainable Development Goal 3, which is to improve good health and well being, and Goal 5 to ensure gender equality. And we have done this over the years, working with individuals and corporate institutions whose corporate social responsibilities are aligned to bring hope to these girls. So our structure is three: advocacy. We also do education and social intervention. Okay. Social intervention is what most people know us for, but we do a lot of advocacy, like what we're doing today, and we do a lot of education. The girls don't know how to take care of themselves when they are menstruating. They don't know how to use the sanitary towels. There are those who have never seen a sanitary towel before. They are the boys. Recently, we have decided to involve the boys because they play a huge role. I mean, a girl comes to class, she stains herself, and everybody's laughing at her. You play a huge role as a boy. And so we try to educate the boys as well. And Inspire Today, we started this journey about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
June will be 6 years. So from June 2019 till February 2024, we have supported a little over 40,000 menstruating girls in 5
Wow.
regions in Ghana.
Well done.
And this we have done with the support of corporate institutions and individuals and some NGOs whose CSRs are aligned.
Fantastic.
Francis.
Well done. Well done for what you've done thus
Thank
far for the
you,
last
thank
6
you,
years.
Thank you.
You've covered why this is important, but
Right.
why should it be top of mind, priority for us as a country when we talk about menstrual hygiene?
Yeah, it's a big deal. I think most people do not know how much of a big deal menstrual hygiene is, apart from the fact that I grew up in a community that is considered largely deprived. I was born in Nima. I grew up in Mamobi. I went to school in Kotobabi. And so I have seen different levels of poverty. I know what it means to go through your menstrual cycle without having the requisite materials. I have been in class with people who exchange sex for sanitary pads, who dropped out of school because of sanitary pads.
Wow.
And these are things people do not really see.
Right here in Accra.
Yes, right here in Accra. I remember in the year 2022, we collaborated with the Minister for the MP for North Tongue, Honorable Jidu Ablakwa, where in his constituency we supported a little over 4,000 girls in that year. And we went to a community called Dadume. We had to cross a river, to that community. And we met a young lady, 14 at the time, pregnant. And we spoke to her, and she said that it was because of sanitary towels. There was a carpenter living behind their house.
Yeah.
The first menstruation was painful, and it was uncomfortable because she had to use recycled rags. And the man said, "Oh, these days the girls, they use sanitary pads. We can make it easier for you." And bought her a sanitary pad. So after the other menstruation, she slept with this guy. So this was the first man she slept, a carpenter who already has 2 wives. So you can imagine, I don't know what life she'll be living after that. She has this baby. So will she drop out of school? What happens to the little child? People are constantly exchanging sex for sanitary pad. You will think that, oh, it's only 20 cedi. Oh, it's only 21 cedi. It's such a big deal. I remember in the year 2021, we were in a Bawe cluster. All right. This is Accra, Bawe cluster. Now, there's a young lady. So in that school, we realized that majority, more than 90% of the girls there, no sanitary pad. They've heard about it, but they've never used it before. They've never used it because they cannot afford it. And there was one lady who said that her mother always is complaining. So I decided to have a conversation. She said, she's a petty trader. She makes less than 10 cedi.
What?
So at the end of the day, she makes less than 10 cedi. So if she makes less than 10 cedi, she has 3 daughters, and she has to buy sanitary pad for everyone at the end of the month. How do I think she will survive? She's a single mother. So it's a big deal. And one thing too that breaks my heart is that apart from providing sanitary towels for these girls, we also work with publishing houses and we give them books so they can read. You will be shocked that so part of the things we do is that we do evaluation. So we give them books, we give them sanitary towels, and after 3-4 months, we go back to see the impacts. Because if you're a publishing house, you've given me books, I need to come back and tell you whether the book has been useful to the girls. You go back and they use the books are substitute for sanitary pads. Some of them wet the books. They roll it, and that is what they use to soak their monthly flow. Some of these things, when you hear it,
Why?
it sounds like
Wait. So you give them the pass and the books. So how
Yes.
come they were using the books?
After 3 months.
Oh dear.
After 3 months.
Oh dear.
We don't get to go to the same school all the time. After 3 months. I mean, what do you expect us? They'll
This
go
is
back
sad.
to what they're used to. You know, and it's such a struggle. Sometimes when you discuss these things, people don't see it, and I don't know why they don't see it. They think, oh, it's normal. So their sanitary pad is between 18 cedi and 30 cedis. How many people can afford it? How many can afford it? You know, so Menstrual Hygiene Day, 28th May every year, is an opportunity for us to talk about it. And this is something we should talk about every day. But it's an annual program every year. So that day is what we use to highlight the plight of young girls. I went to Dodowa cluster, and that was in the year 2021. That year we collaborated with the Ghana Chamber of Mines. They were our biggest support that year. And that community, most of the girls live with other people. So this Resumami people, they live with people. And what we gathered is that the girls use newspapers as substitute for sanitary pad. Newspapers. And I cringed because I said, okay, I mean, really, you know, and I feel that we should be doing a lot more. And this is where advocacy comes in. Government last year, announced that this year in the 2024 budget, if you're a local manufacturer of sanitary pads and you are importing raw materials, there are tax waivers, and you don't even get to pay the 15% VAT, which is good. But how many local producers do we have in the country? In Starr today, we expend about 80% of our resources on sanitary towels. So I can tell you that most of the sanitary towels are imported. About 95% are imported. So we spend so much money on sanitary. So government should look at imported sanitary pads because, Francis, we women, we don't choose to menstruate. We don't choose to menstruate. You are taxing our periods because at the end of every month, I will menstruate, whether I like it or not. Unless, of course, it's menopause or some crazy medical condition, I have to menstruate. And so, if you are taxing me, it means that you are taxing my pain, and it's a big deal. You know, so it's an opportunity for government is the biggest spender, and we're grateful for what they're doing and all of that. But let's look at imported sanitary pads. Let's look at it and let's reduce. So I know long term we want to encourage local producers to produce more because I am really a big fan of local production.
Yeah.
Let's buy what we. But where are they? Where are they? We don't have them. If I want to buy, so for instance, tomorrow we'll be in Malam cluster of schools. We are supporting 4,000 girls. Which way is a local producer? We don't have them.
Wow.
We have to buy it from outside, and it's expensive, Francis.
Okay.
You know, so it's a big deal.
It is.
It is a big deal.
Certainly is. So tell us about this year's Menstrual Hygiene Day and what your NGO Inspire today is doing to mark the day.
So at this year's Menstrual Hygiene Day, the theme is period-friendly world. Period-friendly world because we believe that in a period-friendly world, the stigma and taboo surrounding menstruation are history. It is a world where everyone can access the products, be educated on periods, and also have the confidence to walk about. And so, period-friendly world. And tomorrow, we are supporting about 4,000 girls at Malam class of schools. We are collaborating with the education director for that, district, and we are supporting these number of girls. We are working with Wilma Africa. Wilma Africa has been such a huge support because part of their CSR is to promote good menstrual health. So they're giving us soap. We are also getting individuals who are supporting us with sanitary towels. We're also getting Famo Ghana Limited refreshing the students. Fresh Look Eye Center will be there to screen the children, those who have eye problems. And so we are calling on every individual, corporate institutions whose CSRs are aligned, to come on board, collaborate with us, and let's support as many girls as possible because it's not just a one-day affair. It is something that happens every month. The girls menstruate every month, so it's an opportunity for us to be able to extend that level of support for them. So that's what is happening tomorrow at 10 a.m. at Malam Cluster of Schools.
Schools,
Yes.
fantastic. As we end our conversation this morning, Etornam, what will be your final words?
So I think that in wrapping it up, tomorrow is Menstrual Hygiene Day.
Yes.
I want to encourage everyone, spot a girl in your community, buy her a pack of sanitary pads. Trust me, she will need it. She will thank you for it. These are private things. People don't talk about it. Doesn't mean they don't need the support. Francis, they need it. Look for someone out there and buy a sanitary pad for that person. I also want to encourage our young men and our big men out there. I mean, we shouldn't be taking advantage of these girls. If you're supporting a girl, support her genuinely. I mean, taking sex for sanitary pads is below the belt. We should not be doing this in the 21st century, you know. And also, I would want to appeal to government again. Please take a look at the taxes on sanitary pads. It is outrageous. You know, people, I would want to say it again, I've said it before, people choose to have sex, but people do not choose to menstruate. So the same concern we give to condoms, let's give that same level of attention to sanitary pads, Francis. And thank you so much to Starr FM and the entire team for the opportunity to be here to talk about Menstrual Hygiene Day. I'm really grateful.
You're welcome, and thank you, Etornam, for joining us this morning for this very important conversation. She's the executive director and founder of Inspire today. Government, don't tax the women's pain. It's painful already. Thinking about it is painful. Etornam, thank you for your time and for joining us. Okay, all right then. Let's quickly find out what's